Hello, and thank you for watching the final project for the course Open Financial Systems of the University of Nicosia. Let's introduce ourselves. My name is Rinke, and then we have my group mates.
I'm Dennis Sichokwame from Ghana.
And my name is Philip Sundgren, and I'm from Stockholm, Sweden.
My name is Gordon Andre Waddell. I'm from Canada.
All right, thank you. And we propose a solution for the inheritance of private keys. As you might know, the total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies recently surpassed the 300 billions, and expectations are that this number will increase in the future. The assets are represented by secret private keys, known ideally only to the owner of the assets. A topical issue which is needed to help the blockchain gain wider acceptance is the possibility to inherit these private keys in a trustless way. Currently, you either have to trust a friend or a family member with a copy of your private keys, or you store this copy in a vault of a notary. Both possibilities give potential problems. Our solution works with the Bitcoin script language, and a colored coin layer will be accessible via our website. The backbone of our project works via the Bitcoin blockchain. We chose the Bitcoin blockchain since it has proven to be stable and robust over its existence. The core of our idea is that we will use a colored coin to decrypt a previously distributed encrypted will. These colored coins are created by our tool and can be accessed by publishing a certain transaction, which looks like this. I have it here. So, as you can see here, let's see, the original owner can decrypt this will at all the time. The descendants can decrypt this will after, in this case, 3 months. And the notary, which is also in our solution, can decrypt this will after 4 months, or any time, at least it should be longer than 3 months. The other thing which you can note is that the descendants have access to the colored coin via a multi-signature scheme. This means that both descendants have to agree on how the funds will be funneled, or how the colored coins will be funneled out of the account. Here is a schematical representation which represents how the funds can be distributed in the end. As you see, if the descendants don't sign a transaction for the colored coins, finally the time lock T+2 expires and the notary can access the funds, and the notary will distribute these funds. And then if they do sign the colored coins, and the colored coins are being used to decrypt the will, but let's say the descendants don't use these colored coins to actually access the funds, also then the time lock T+2 expires, the notary can see everything, he will decrypt it, and the funds will be distributed. And now I believe Philip will go over a mock-up showing how exactly this will look on our website, and how easy it is to make this will via our solution.
Yes, exactly. So basically, when you enter the website, you can first read some information about our product and what you can expect. And then on this green button, you can click and then start the process. So we'll do that. At this stage, you're able to read a bit more about the process and what information you need to prepare in order to complete the process of creating this will. And you read all this and prepare it, and then you can click Start Process. Here you will insert some initial information about the will, for example, how many descendants you want to include, how many assets, etc. Moreover, you'll need to insert your Bitcoin or altcoin addresses, if you have any. And then when all of this is done, you can go to the next step. Now it's time to insert info about the descendants. And in this mockup, we made it simple and choose descendant B as an object, and let's call him Michael Adams. You insert his address, email address, together with the items you want to give to him after your death. You can choose how many percentage of your cryptocurrencies that the person should be given. For instance, here you see that 50% of the Bitcoin is given to him and 50% of the ethers together with the car. And then when you fill out all this, you go to the next step. At this stage, you'll be able to choose a notary based on your own location. If you, for instance, live in Netherlands, you will see if that choice is clickable. If Netherlands isn't in the list, we cannot offer a notary in that country. Only the available options will be seen in the list, and the same goes with the cities. Since Amsterdam is a big city and also the capital of Netherlands, it would probably have a notary service and thus be available for you to choose if you live in Netherlands. And if you, for instance, if you go down here to the left corner, you see information about notary. You can click there, and then to the right, it pops up a window, and you can see it's the chosen notary is a certified blockchain notary, which is certified by us as a company. And you can also read general information about the notary himself. And on this button, the blue button here, you can call the notary, get the phone number if you want to discuss any issues with him or if you have any queries. But if you feel comfortable at this stage and fill out everything, you can proceed to the next step. And here you'll see an overview of all the details. If something is wrong, you can easily go back and change it. And for instance, here you have Bitcoin addresses and altcoin addresses. And if you click here on the Bitcoin addresses, all the addresses of the descendants will pop up. And you can here control that you really inserted the right addresses of the descendants in the step in the previous step. And if it's wrong, you can, as said before, easily go back and change it. And also you can see information if you click on notary or the will, you can see information about that. But if you're ready and everything looks okay, you can proceed. And this is the last step, and hereby you need to confirm the creation of the will, which will not be able to take back. So that was a bit about the process and how it would work in the practical way, how to create a will. So now it's time for Dennis to present the design part.
Currently, we have institutions that do offer will services. We can talk of the classical notary, where an individual has to contract the service of a legal practitioner, which of course can be very expensive, and most people are not able to afford that services. We also have the online will services, where they offer the opportunity to draw a will yourself without using a notary, but by using a template that meets all legal requirements, which in some sense is quite less expensive. And we also have blockchain startups who we will consider as our major competitors, such as blockchain apparatus and Digipulse, who seems to be offering some level of will services using the blockchain technology. And of course, all these institutions have their shortcomings in the approach they use, whilst some of them do not offer will services in terms of digital assets at all. We offer a first-class service which combines the decentralized and trustless architecture of the blockchain, smart contracts, and legal requirements to provide a will that is tamper-proof. Most wills get contested in court due to the fact that they are perceived flaws or forgery or fraud. In fact, we need to do all this thing again. My kid just woke up and she's disturbing me. I beg, guys. Pardon me. Let's start over again.
Can we edit some parts? Was there an option for that?
You could have included her in the story, Dennis. You're doing everything for her.
She can get in the will, Dennis, anyway.
All right, we can edit it out, right?
Yeah, sure. I think so. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, whew, let me start from. All right. Thank you, Philip. Currently, we do have institutions that do offer some level of will services. We can talk of the classical notary, where an individual contracts the service of a legal practitioner, which of course can be very expensive. We also have online will services who grant us the opportunity to draw up our own will without using a notary, but by using a template that meets all legal requirements. We also have some blockchain startups who will be considered as our major competitors, such as blockchain apparatus and DigiPulse, some level of real services using the blockchain technology. All these institutions have their own shortcomings in the approach they use. Them do not offer real services for digital assets at all. We bring a first-class service which combines the decentralized and trustless architecture of the blockchain, smart contracts, and legal requirements to come up with wills that are tamper-proof, because currently most wills get contested in court based on factors such as perceived forgery, fraud, or technical flaws. With the blockchain technology, we are bringing on board a tamper-proof service. Also, we are bringing a service that uses the prowess of smart contracts to implement multi-layer death verification processes, whereby when somebody is pronounced dead or the system doesn't hear from somebody over a period of time, the system goes through certain protocols to be able to authenticate whether the person is actually dead or not. With being stored in centralized locations, which are prone to single point of failure, with the blockchain, we are bringing on board a decentralized system whereby the will can be stored all over the world, wherever you find yourself, which of course is very less expensive. And this, of course, brings so much advantage or benefits to our consumers. Our consumer, or the reason why people usually is to ensure that there is no grumbling after they are dead and that their last wishes are executed to the letter. However, this is not so with the current system. The core service we provide is to ensure or to provide an assurance to the consumer that their wills will be protected and it will be immutable, because whatever that is stored on the blockchain is immutable. It cannot be edited and it cannot be deleted. And we also provide a service that is timely and transparent in the execution of the will. Unlike the classical notary, where a lawyer must inform the family members of the availability of a will, which of course can delay depending on the schedules of the notary, our customers can be assured that our system will automatically alert descendants of the existence of a will, hence transparent and a timely manner of information. And of course, like Philip demonstrated, our system is very simple to use, meaning that you don't need to have special ability or special skills in terms of IT to be able to use our system. And this, of course, brings certain advantages. And Rinke can take over and be able to expatiate how much economic benefits it brings on board.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. A wonderful explanation. So I'm going to talk about the economics, and we aim to be fully financially independent after 3 years of operations. During these 3 years, we will get funding via the, let's just say, classical way. First, via family, friends, and fools, and after successful development of a minimum viable project, we aim to get funding via the more classical seed and venture capital funding. The money will not come in at the start. It will come in gradually over the years, which depends on reaching certain milestones, which are specified in our business plan. Our core revenue generator will be a license to design and maintain a wheel via our system. This will be a one-time fee, which represents closely how the business goes right now. So right now, if you design a wheel, you go to the notary, you pay him one-time fee, and then he keeps the wheel for you. We aim to do the same. Besides that, we realized that notaries are crucial for us. As you saw, notaries are always there in the backstop, and we actually also depend on them to keep a copy of the decrypted will in his vault. So since we realize that they are so important, we give a discount to those people who can successfully recruit a notary in an area where no notaries are listed yet. So Philip showed in his mock-up that you can only choose notaries from a list where notaries exist, but there will also be the option to recruit notaries if there's no notary yet in your region. And also these notaries, they have an incentive to sign up early. Since the notaries who signed up early will receive higher fees from our product later on. In this way, so via these two incentive structures, we expect to bootstrap our network quickly and create a network with high barriers to entry.
Thank you, Renki. Sweden, Netherlands, Ghana, and Canada benefits with our system. But our ultimate vision and goal is to embrace everyone, everywhere, anywhere on the planet. Our system is constructed on the blockchain philosophy, which is borderless, stateless, and inclusive. We will develop a network of notaries in host countries, maintaining the uppermost level of customer service and visibility. We will be affiliated and registered with the International Bar Association that has over 200 members worldwide. As regulation in the blockchain space evolves, our organization would have positioned itself to be at the forefront of blockchain-based estate planning. Sweden, Netherlands, Ghana, and Canada will benefit, and so will the world. And the future looks bright.
The future looks bright. We cannot deny the fact that notaries have performed a good job so far in keeping the wills of their clients. However, the world is changing in the direction of digitalization. And it is time for all of us to come on board, buy into this idea, and turn this idea into something real innovative. Thank you.